Hello and welcome to the show. We are sitting out here in the parking garage at the Galleria Mall in Dallas, Texas, and we're about to head over to Aubrey, Texas, which is an hour drive, 32 miles. It is 4:37 p.m., so we're going to hit some of that rush hour traffic. And for the first time in my life, I think I can say I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how the car handles and what that experience is like. We are in a 2023 Tesla Model X, FSD 13.2.8, and we're actually getting ready to run an experiment together here for the first time. I have never done this, and it just occurred to me to give it a try. So we are on the second level of this parking garage, and I'm curious about how FSD handles this. Can it navigate the parking lot? Can it get me out? We've got quite a bit of pedestrian traffic about us. There's a line of cars trying to get out behind me. So this looks like a pretty interesting scenario for the Tesla to try to kind of work through. I don't know how it's going to go. If I need to, I will take over to get us out of here, but I'm curious. So without further ado, let's get this party started. All right, let's see what happens here. So we've got the exit sign and a line of traffic. So we could potentially play a follow the leader type situation here. I don't know what its situational awareness is here. So far, so good. And I wonder if it's going to try to go around. I don't think it should. That's amazing. Well, it's going to go right here, which is incorrect. I don't want it to go. Yeah, I don't want it to go right. So I'm going to take it. And maybe that was an exit. Maybe it knows better than me, but I didn't want to mess around with this traffic in here. So we will get back in line here and re-engage. And like I said, I've not been here before, so I don't think there's an exit there. I think it would have just looped us back around here. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I should have just let the experiment go, but we'll go ahead and put it back in FSD here and see if it can finish the exiting of the garage. There's no way my water lasts the trip. That's unfortunate. Just poking along here. Good grief. This is not going to make for very fun content now, is it? Fortunately, you have a fast forward button. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, okay. I think I see the problem. Yeah, it's got to do with the rush hour traffic. I don't even know if we're supposed to be on this high. So this dumps right out onto this exit street here. And I think the car might have been correct, when it was trying to take that right there to get out down here in front of the mall. And I forced it into this position. And just look at this mess. So we have a stop sign here, but we have rush hour traffic kind of coming in on our left here. And so I don't know where I'm at. Oh, it's rerouted. Okay, so we're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out just fine. Originally, it had us routed down this way. And again, I'm just not very familiar with the Dallas area, so I don't know the best way to go from here is, but fortunately, I don't have to worry about it. And so here's a situation where the car is going to have to be assertive in order to inject itself into traffic here. So we'll see what happens. It's a right turn only. It's interesting to me that it doesn't have the turn signal on yet. What is it going to do here? Is it going to force? No. I would hope not. It should be polite. Kind of follow the... Oh, he's going to let me go. But the Tesla can't see him waving me on. So we're going to take it. And thank you very much. I appreciate you. Because the Tesla can't see him waving us on, I think. I don't know. I interrupted it a little early. So pretty assertively, it quickly merges into the next lane over, which is fantastic. Well executed. Good stuff. All right, and so it looks like we'll be getting up on the 635. And we will enjoy a nice 56-minute cruise on back to the house. I can still feel the warmth of the sun coming through the glass. And it's not, I know I talk a lot about it, but it's not uncomfortable. I'm worried more about what it feels like when it's 100 degrees outside. Maybe it's not bad. What I can tell you though is 4:45 p.m., the sun is right here. Yeah, so right about here. And I do not need the sun visor or sunglasses. So the tinted part of this windscreen does an amazing job of keeping the glare of the sun. It's not too bright for my eyes, which is a good thing because if you've driven FSD, you know the car doesn't particularly like it when I'm wearing sunglasses. Nags a little bit more because it can't see my eyes. All right, hopping up on the 635 and 0.2 miles. Looks like we've got a little congestion here to contend with. Slows down nicely. I do hear sirens. I don't know where they are. I've read that the latest updates include some recognition of that, and the car, I suppose, is supposed to handle that, but I haven't been in very many scenarios where an emergency vehicle has come up behind me, so I don't know how it behaves. We are in hurry mode, which is my preferred drive mode for the highway, as you know. Yep, look at the red. Oh, we've got some red. Coming up on Harry Hines Boulevard. And again, I'm not familiar with the area, so I don't have an opinion on whether or not it should take this route or that route. I'm just going to cruise and let the car make the decisions it wants to make, and trust that it will have me back in the neighborhood in about 50 minutes. Although I think I need to stop by the bank. We are going to an adult Easter egg hunt tonight. Don't ask, I have no idea what that means. I do know that they have food trucks. I don't know if they take cards, so I'm going to pick up some cash just in case I'm staring at a taco and they only take cash. So that was a pretty aggressive break. Nothing uncomfortable or any different than how I might have executed it, but it was a little bit more aggressive than what I'm used to feeling in the car. That air down just a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. The wife and I have spent the last 5 years. We have a couple of campers, which we still have. We rent them out now. And I think I've had my fill of that. I just saw an RV go by, and I can't say that I miss it all that much. Some elements, but man, that sure is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. More brake lights up ahead. No problem. I think it's more fun, like, if you don't know where you are. So I literally don't have a clue. I see some options. We are going towards the Denton area there. I do have HOV and express lanes enabled, but I haven't seen it jump on an express lane yet. But it looks like that's exactly what we're doing. Just, if I read the sign correctly, that's where we're headed. Which I'm okay with. So it gets over into the Dallas only lane here. Pretty sure we want to go to Denton, yeah, and then it just comes right back over. So that's an interesting maneuver. We are headed towards Denton. Coming into this turn at a good click. We hit it at about 65 miles an hour. And it is going to take the express lane. Good. That's what I like. That's what I like. All right, awesome. So we're in the express lane. And the AC in here works really good. I'm gonna bump that back out of my face. We are in hurry mode, so I think it'll probably drive this lane as fast as it can. Max is out at 85 in FSD. We've got a little follow the leader situation here, which always, I don't know, it makes me feel a little better, I think, because I can see, you know, what other traffic is doing. Passing the Tesla Model Y there. Doesn't look like she was using full self-driving. So I pass a lot of Teslas, like I'm sure all of you do. They're all over the place. But so the next time you pass a Tesla, take a look at the driver. It's been my observation that almost all of them are driving. I think I saw something the other day that might have been a comment on one of my videos that only 10% use FSD, which blows my mind. Because this technology is unbelievable. Yeah, look at that traffic. Glad we missed that. I think, yeah, let me go ahead and route to the bank. Let's do that. Add stop, Bank of America in Crossroads, Texas. It's closed, that's fine. I just need the ATM machine. Doesn't change our route because it's near the house. But we'll whip through there and get a little spending money for the food trucks. see brake lights. Coming up on this white Model 3. Let's see if the driver's driving or if the car's driving. Can't tell. She might have been holding the lower part of the wheel. If she's driving, she's not having as much fun as I am. So I see this yellow dot on the instrument cluster here. I don't know if it picks it up in the video. From what I understand, that's telling me that the car is listening for sounds like emergency vehicles. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. We'll be exiting the highway in about 11 miles. Swisher Road takes us over to Oak Grove and on up into the Aubrey area. I imagine that road will be pretty busy today as well. Walmart's hiring drivers if you're looking for a gig. Traffic is just wrecked over there. I'm convinced that they can't build enough lanes. Cruising along pretty comfortably at 77 miles an hour. Sticking with the flow of traffic pretty good. I haven't heard any of the rattling that I was hearing before, so I'm going to consider that case closed. Getting lapped on the right. Getting lapped on the right. It's fine. I'm cruising at 83, which is near the max speed of what the car will allow me to do in FSD, 82, 83. Which, by the way, is faster than what I drive when I'm driving the car. I never drive that fast. So it's interesting to me how comfortable I am with the car driving that fast. Just cruising, very comfortable. We've ticked it down to about 79, which is with the flow of traffic here, so. It does a really good job of determining the flow of traffic. So if you've got a car, driving slow in one lane, it doesn't just assume that that's the flow of traffic. It's capable of detecting it all. Got some new kicks while I was at the mall. Picked up these white hookahs. Very comfortable. And I did pick up the silicone case from Apple while I was there too. And the reason that I got it was because the MagSafe case that I had wouldn't charge when sitting in the phone cradle here. So this one's working fine. It charges through it. I'm happy with it. The phone vibrated itself off the bathroom counter yesterday morning with the alarm and cracked the back of it. So my iPhone 16 Pro Max is now cracked, but you can't tell because I have this handy dandy Apple case on there. Little mirror adjustment there. Got a white Tesla Model 3 cruising behind us. Little Tesla party on the express lane over here in Dallas, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you think of that view. I leave it off. To me, it's distracting. That's noisy. Wow, so some bumps in the road. I think it's distracting, but if you find it helpful or cool, let me know in the comments and I'll leave that view on. I did just get, I don't know what they call them. It's the big like 10-foot selfie stick that you put on the back of the car. So coming soon, you'll have this view and maybe in the bottom right-hand corner or split. I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. I'll get your feedback on what feels right to you, but you'll be able to see kind of the dash cam view here, what's going on in the cabin, and you'll be able to see what's going on outside and around the car as well, which I think will be super cool. I'll leave this on for a little bit, but let me know your thoughts. And the Model 3 and Y, they have the visual full self-driving on this screen, and I love it. I love that. I really like watching it. It is here, but it's kind of smaller, I guess. I really like the look and feel of the visual full self-driving here, but it's not an option in this car or the S. Oh, the Model 3 overtook me there. And we have brake lights, and we have an emergency vehicle. So let's see what's popping up ahead here and the decisions the Tesla makes in this situation. So far, it just looks like police cruiser over on the right-hand side of the express lane. Traffic seems to be getting through without a problem. The BMW didn't think it necessary to get over. I guess the law allows for it, right? So you either slow down or get over. And we have maybe an accident. I'm not certain. Nice boosty acceleration, getting back up to speed here. Acceleration. I don't know how I messed that word up. In any case, it's acceleration. we are coming up on our exit, so we'll be leaving the express lane and popping on over to Swisher. When I was in the loaner car, the 2021 Tesla Model Y Hardware 3, the car was very naggy. So I'm wearing a hat, and it wouldn't leave me alone. it kept bugging me to touch the wheel. The Model X does it in Hardware 4, so I don't know about Hardware 3 and Model X, but Hardware 4 does it significantly less, which I really, really appreciate. I do think that you should be paying attention. I'm all for it. But man, it's overkill sometimes. Okay, so we're coming back onto the highway here. Traffic's very, very slow. Doing a nice job of slowing down here. Let's see here. The Mercedes moves out of the way. Throw on our turn signal. We're going to begin trying to negotiate into this mess. Our exit is in a half a mile, so we're going to try to stick it right here. And no problem, we merge right in. So we're gonna have to be pretty assertive in getting over. Let's see what traffic does with us here. No problem, no problem. We're gonna continue merging across here, changing lanes across, dealing with this thick traffic. Beautiful Model S. Almost got the Model S. Flawless. And the express lane over here is now sitting still. Glad we're out of that mess. All right, and we're off the highway. I'll leave it in hurry for a little bit, just so you can kind of get a feel for that. It's not bad, I just find it unnecessary on regular roads. Nice job. The Tesla doesn't mind the heavy traffic at all. It's another thing that I really love about it. There's just no emotion with the car. It just makes scientific decisions. I have never seen a Lexus smoking like that. Might need some new O-rings. Okay, so we have another emergency vehicle up here with lights on. It's on the other side of the road, so not a problem, but I'm curious about what's going on with that. The Tesla doesn't seem to mind it, and if you look at the FSD visualization here, there's no indicator that it's an emergency vehicle. It's an accident. They've got all kinds of emergency vehicles over there. It looks like they've got it all shut down. Looks like a horrible mess. I hate to see it, especially since I know now that there's technology that will absolutely prevent it. Within reason. I know that it still happens. It can't avoid every single situation, but there's been a couple of times in this car where it's navigated around some pretty tricky scenarios. All right, nice job detecting the slowdown in the right-hand lane here, moving into the left lane to move around this buildup over here. So we're doing 48, 49 and a 50. Even in hurry mode, there's not much we can do about it. Both of these cars are driving 50, so they're pacing and we can't get around them. I haven't really observed the Tesla being aggressive, right? Like, so it won't get up on that car and kind of force it over, except for one time. It did it to a Corvette, which made me laugh. I thought, well, maybe Tesla doesn't like Corvette, because it did. It got up on him. He never did move over. Finally, the Tesla navigated around him, changed lanes to the right, went around him. But I'd never seen the Tesla get that close to another car before. It was funny. It seems to have pretty good situational awareness. Usually it would kind of navigate in and around this to move around this slower moving car. But it seems like it is aware enough of the traffic ahead and has made the decision that it would be fruitless. So it's not applicable right now, but I have noticed that it doesn't pay attention to school zones. I haven't done extensive testing. Maybe I'll do that here soon. But the times that I have gone through school zone, particularly ones that are not flashing, it's just kind of written, it didn't pay attention to that. right, so we've got some red here. We'll be sitting here for a minute. We're going to be taking this left-hand turn up here on Oak Grove. Really happy that it didn't try to go around it. I would have stopped it. By the way, if you happen to read in the description or the timestamps anywhere, or the title where I say, you know, zero intervention drive, what I mean is critical intervention. I don't count it when I make the decision to take it, like when we were in the parking garage. And from what I saw, it was probably correct. There probably was another exit over there. So if I decide to take over for a non-critical event, I don't consider that an interaction or intervention. It's an interaction for sure, but not an intervention. So depending on the timing of this light, it is a protected left turn, but it does flash level, so or yellow. So there is an unprotected left turn scenario that could potentially play out here. And this time of day, I wouldn't expect it to safely be able to turn left in the unprotected scenario. So it'll be fun to see what FSD does in that scenario. You'll be delighted to know that I have not yet run out of water. Which is just fantastic news. It's about empty though. It's about empty. This is a Stanley. I've got the Stanley cup. Oh, better watch the road here. So it looks like we're gonna have the protected green, which is fine. So I think this is 30 ounce. I'll double check, but man, it just doesn't feel like it's ever enough water. Perhaps it's because of all the ice I put in it. It's cold, just not enough. Oak Grove Road, which is the road we're on, is usually pretty uneventful. It's long, kind of boring, except there are 2 curves that are pretty tight, and it's fun. It's fun to take it at, 55, 60. And the Model X does a really nice job of maneuvering into those turns in the best way. And then we've got a lane closure on the left up ahead, and I have been on this road multiple times with the Model X. And it'll be interesting to see if its behavior changes. I don't know how capable it is of remembering things. See if it maybe gets over a little sooner, a little earlier than what it has in the past. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know the answer. I've never taken this way, but again, I'm really just all about letting the car do what it wants to do. We'll find out. So, yes. So we're going to be turning left across 3 lanes of traffic. With pretty moderate traffic coming across. So it's going to have to be pretty assertive, I think, when it decides to go, maybe behind this white van. It's hard to tell. This traffic moves so fast. Let's see what it does. Gonna hold. I'm not mad at it. I might have tried it if I were driving, but it looks like we've got a good opening here. Good. Safety first, kids. Safety first. Okay, so I know where it's going to take us, and this is a better route than the route I was thinking in my head. See, it's good stuff. Yeah, this is going to give us a really nice route right into the bank. So that's fun. And when we get to the bank, we'll give FSD another chance to park. We'll see what happens there. Full legal stop before the white line. We beat the Lexus, so we're going to go, and they're going to let us. I do see some slower moving traffic up ahead. Tesla doesn't mind. We're going to just cruise on in. I can't remember if this is a turn-only lane or not. I hope not. It might be, considering the way traffic's stacked right there. It's heavy construction, so yeah, right lane, turn only. We need to get over. We'll see if traffic's nice about it. I know people don't like it, but you hear people get super upset about, I'm not letting them in. They can wait in traffic like everyone else. But sometimes, and I agree with that, by the way, sometimes people legitimately do not know. And that's what happened there. And I'm really grateful that the truck let me over. Otherwise, that would have been a mess trying to reroute. Super nice. Eternally grateful. All right, we're whipping in here. There's the Walmart over there. Yep, and we're gonna whip into the bank and we'll give it a shot, see if it can park. I don't know, we'll find out. It's kind of an interesting entrance here. It snakes around the bank. What does it do? Does it go left? It goes left, which I think is fine. Pretty sure it's not against the law. Passed up some parking there, that's fine. We're gonna go to the right. We have some parking here. We have some parking in front. What does it do? Okay, right turn signal on. Is it just gonna drop me at the bank here? It's trying something. What's it gonna do? Feels like it was gonna try to put me there, but maybe it sees yeah, it's just gonna I think it's gonna just dump out right here. I don't think you can, yeah, we can't go that way. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. We're just gonna stick it right there. That's fine. Another failed parking attempt, which is unfortunate, but we'll get it one of these days. We will get it one of these days. Straighten out a little bit. You can see the reflection of the Model X and the bank window there. Absolutely gorgeous car. Huge fan. Huge fan. All right. Well, we have arrived, and that's going to conclude our ride for today. I hope you've enjoyed the ride along as much as I did, and we will see you on the next one.